Shine on media. Ooh. Ding. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Hello.
I am very excited for this. I have a question for you first. Yes. What was it? We've heard different iterations about there's going to be a fourth movie, there's going to be this, there's going to be a spin-off. Finally, you landed at this. So what was it about this project that was the right time and the right thing?
I think, first of all, launching a network like Disney Plus is such a huge opportunity. And also, I grew up as a theater kid, so I knew that there's like natural built-in drama to a countdown to opening night that I thought 10 episodes would really like speak to that. So it was less of a film format, more of a TV format. And then because it's been almost 15 years, I think looking back at these songs that became classics, but hearing new actors sing them in a new way with a brand new soundtrack in a kind of Office-like mockumentary format allows us to differentiate us from the original movie while also, you know, really paying tribute to it.
I didn't know it before, but now it's easy to see. Oh.
When you heard of this project, what did you think? Because I feel like there's a lot of pressure, and it's like, do I touch this? Do I not touch this? So what was going through your heads?
For me, I knew that they were turning it into a TV show like maybe 2 years ago when there's like this article that came out, and I just remember thinking like, oh my God, I want to be a part of this. And so flash forward to like auditioning and stuff, I was like, how is this happening? And then once I read the script, I was like, oh, I want to be a part of this for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like when I first got the audition notice, I only saw the title, and so of course I like freaked out, like High School Musical, the musical, like insane. So of course, I mean, I didn't know what it was about, and so then once I read the synopsis and read the script and everything, I was like, oh my gosh, this is genius, and I need to be a part of this.
And I love the style of the show. The documentary kind of gives you the feel of like The Office and stuff like that. Was that a style you had to adjust to when it comes to filming, or did you welcome that kind of like challenge?
Oh, I absolutely love it.
I loved it too. They were very open to evolving the language of the camera throughout the show. We started evolving things like false exits and like when we look
You
at
made
camera
that up,
and
didn't
when
you make up the false exit?
I had a false exit
yeah,
choice.
and then everybody was like, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then we all stole it.
And now we're using false exits everywhere. It's great. I mean, Sophia has a false exit that's like incredible.
Obviously, casting is a big part of this. So you have assembled an amazing cast. I got to see 2 episodes, and I loved it. What was it about, you know, putting these people together? Was there some kind of spark you saw, or?
Yeah, I think growing up as a real theater kid, and I'm still like on a text chain with those friends. In fact, I don't think you even know this, but in the first episode, Nene has this song she posts on Instagram, and there's all these comments that people make, and all the comments are named after the kids I grew up with who are theater kids.
Nice.
And so I wanted to recreate, not just for this cast, but for viewers, the feeling of what happens when you discover your tribe. Because it can be like a lonely, scary world out there, and all you need is one person, whether it's a teacher or a peer or someone who just gets you to feel less alone. And then literally in casting these two, Joshua Bassett was the very first audition tape I saw, and I pinched myself and I was like, I have imagined a character of Ricky for a year, and he walked in the door and he was so clearly Ricky. There was no competition. Olivia was one of the last people we saw for Nene because it was this very challenging role where she's like a Disney princess, where she has to sing like a bird and she has to, you know, look a certain way that everyone wants to be near and be and grow up to be as a little girl, but she also needs to feel like this real person who can like land a joke and be relatable but also be aspirational. And when Olivia came in, there was kind of no competition. So it's about looking for that spark and then also doing research on them to say, like, are these people we want to be stuck with for 12 hours a day in Utah in the winter? And they're great people.
You are basically the 2 adults on set when it comes to the cast, and then you have all of these youngins out there.
We felt very young.
Oh yeah,
didn't we?
the youngest.
We didn't feel the pain of getting up extra early and staying extra long because
Yeah, because
we're the adults.
Yeah. I mean, they're great because they give a ton of energy and enthusiasm, and you can just, I mean, when they're all together,
sometimes it gets louder than it would be if it were just the 2 of us.
Sometimes. Like 50% of the time.
But actually, I would say they do keep us young.
They do.
And they teach us new slang.
New dance moves.
Which both
What's
of
your
those we don't
What's
do
the
very
newest
well.
slang word that you picked up from this season?
Well, it was a lot about tea, and I still
yes.
don't really know how to use tea.
With these characters, what is the part you relate to most about them, and what's something about them that maybe challenged you a little more?
For The biggest challenge for me is I play the choreographer on the show, and my dance experience doesn't go past a grapevine. So I was for those of you, a grapevine is when you like literally cross one foot in front of the other or back, and I can barely do that, as clearly you can see my handography. So for me, that was my biggest challenge, is knowing going into the show that was a part of my character and part of my role.
I think just the fact that we're all theater kids and, we grew up doing theater, so like I think we all relate to our characters in a lot of ways, but the main reason is just that like they're normal high school teenagers doing theater in school, and that's what we grew up doing. So that's definitely, I think, how we relate to our characters a lot. And then my character personally, I had to learn how to play piano.
Yes.
Which we see in that second episode.
Yes.
Can't give it away, but that was a beautiful scene there. And I'm
thank
excited
you.
because you have some original music that's also coming into this show
Right.
with the other songs that we do know. So what was it like kind of adding to this legacy with these new songs?
Oh man, it's so incredible because not only do we get to pay our respects to the original by actually singing the songs how they were written and how, the audience remembers hearing them. Not only do we get to do that, but we also get to introduce a whole new album to the world, which is so exciting because the the original High School Musical songs are so iconic, and so the fact that we get to kind of follow in those footsteps and create an album of our own that might turn out like that is really cool.
Kids 10 years from now still singing those songs that you're singing.
God, that's nuts. I can't even like wrap my head around that.
There's a lot of little Easter eggs and little callbacks throughout. So what was it like planning those? And did you guys have any moments when you're walking through the school and you maybe get taken out of a scene because you're like, wait, I just turned this corner just like they did or something like that?
Yeah, it was really cool. Sharpay's pink locker is still pink. They kept the paint on there. And it was cool because, like we were saying, there's a lot of the same crew from the original High School Musical is on our show, and so like the prop master had the same backpack that Zac Efron had, so I had that in one scene, and there were a couple other things. So it was kind of cool that there was still that element from the originals in there, that kind of, and we filmed at East High, which was pretty neat.
For me, that happened on the first day, because my first day of filming, we filmed in the gym, and then we also filmed in the auditorium, and then so just to like sit there and just like take it all in, I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, my first day of filming was in the auditorium, and that's just like, come on, iconic.
Yeah.
Breaking Free happened in there. Like, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful theater also, so definitely, like, every day we'd tweak out that we were, like, at the high school. It's insane.
So what was your first experience with High School Musical?
Oh man. I think we were both really young when the movie came out, but I think something that's really great about High School Musical is it wasn't like big for like a year. Like it wasn't big the year it came out. Like it was big, is big, and will continue to be big. So we kind of grew up watching it. I remember I think my fondest memory of High School Musical is playing with my Troy and Gabriella Barbie dolls. It's so funny. I used to like buy fabric, like little fabric. What are they called? Like bits of fabric from Joann's, like that people just throw away, and I would like make clothes for my Gabriella doll and like make her sing, and yeah, definitely. So yeah, High School Musical has just always been so fun and so near and dear to my heart. So it's so exciting that we were getting to introduce a whole new generation of kids to the High School Musical franchise, and hopefully they'll love it as much as I did.
When I was 8, I did High School Musical, the musical version of it. So that was, that just shows you how much it was in my life. I'm pretty sure I still have a Zac Efron lunchbox in my parents' house at some place.
Nice. You're gonna have to dig that out.
Yes.
Put it on the Instagram.
For sure,
right?
for sure. So yeah, it's been, again, since I can remember, High School Musical has been a thing. So yeah. And then when this show came around, it was crazy because, you don't realize it, but you know every word to every song, every harmony to everything. So it was pretty cool to have this opportunity to kind of like do a fresh take on it.
Has it hit you that you might be the people on those lunch boxes and in those Barbie dolls at some point?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't even know. I can't even like begin to even think about that. I think I don't know. Maybe it sounds kind of cheesy, but we just had the most magical time filming it, and so I'm super proud of it, and I'm really excited to give that to other people. But at the end of the day, I think the real success for me was just filming it with a bunch of people who I love and who helps me grow as a person. And it's literally like my high school experience. I'm filming High School Musical while I'm in high school, and like all these people around me are like my best friends that I'm gonna like keep around forever. So yeah.
People should tune in to High School Musical, the series, because the music is what like always gets me. I
Yeah.
was listening to it this morning. I was like, oh, these are some bobs.
Yeah, it's hype. There's singing, there's dancing, there's drama, there's comedy, there's everything. I just think it's the perfect, well-rounded show for every age.
I think it'll fill a Glee-sized hole in your heart, and I think it'll surprise you with the way that we're reverential to the original while also reinventing the music. And I think that in a world that can be a sometimes dark place, it's a show that you can escape to and feel like you found a new group of friends for a half hour every week.